Welcome to a What's That Button Do video about how to enter classroom and office discipline referrals. A lot of different ways that you can get to the screen to enter office and classroom discipline referrals. But one way that you can see this is going to your classes and then selecting a class and clicking on this discipline button right here. So there'll be a extended video, this will be, and if you already know how to do this, I'm just going to talk about the classroom versus office referral portion for the first minute, and then you can stop watching the video. But if you want to watch me enter one, I'll go through that process as well. Okay, so when you open up a discipline incident report, or we can call them classroom and office discipline referrals, you create that with this screen. You can describe the offense, and I'll go into greater details again by adding that portion of the video at the end. You can talk about the location. Motivation doesn't do anything. If you know the bus number, you could enter that. And then this is the button that we'll be talking about, this classroom referral. Type in this comment box, and then regardless of whether you click this button or not, classroom referral, you're going to be prompted with this screen. And this is the most important part of the video, or the reason the video is being created, is the kind of the misunderstanding of what this means. And it is a bit confusing. So you're going to get prompted before you add the report to check yes, the classroom referral flag will be checked, or no, the classroom referral is not checked. And here's what this means. If you click yes, it adds the incident report to the student summary screen. If you click no, it adds the incident report to the student summary screen, and it sends an email to the administrators. So if you want to not have administration notified, administration can still go in and see this, but they're not going to be notified via email. Click yes. If you need this to go to the office as a referral and would like administrators to be notified, you will click no. Okay, so if that's the only question you had, you can stop watching the video. If you want to see how one of these incident reports or these classroom or office referrals can be created, keep watching the video. Okay, so if you're continuing watching the video, then this is going to be the description of how to enter the classroom or office referral. This is the home screen for Skyward. You're going to go to Teacher Access and then My Classes. You can pick the class that the student is that you'd like to enter the referral. There are other ways to do this. I'm going to show this method, but you'll probably find the discipline button in other views, as Skyward has multiple points of access for this. So I'll go to my first period, and then I'm going to blur out sections of the screen so you can't see student names. But again, I'll go over to the discipline button and click on discipline, and then you'll be able to see your class roster here in this box, which I'm blurring out. I'll scroll down now to a student that has some discipline referrals. I'm calling these referrals incident reports or referrals, or but it's all the same thing. So I'll click on this student, double click on the student, and then you're going to see a list. This is the summary of any referral that any teacher has added or administrator. You can see in this column, when you're looking at your students, it calls them the officer, but this is just whoever entered in that discipline referral. Over here, you can see in this column if parents were notified or not. And then on the far right hand side, when you go into your view, you'll be able to delete or to view any of these entries by clicking on the details button, the pen button, or the X button. So you have access to anybody else's discipline referrals for any student. You can go in there and click and view those, which is nice because you can see if there's action that was taken, and then you can make decisions with that information. So I'm going to talk about how you add. You're going to click the add button at the top, and then you're prompted to enter in the school, and then make sure you choose the offense. The first listed by alpha order is alcohol. So if you don't click anything, it's going to list it as alcohol. You can go back in and edit if you made any mistakes, but you can come down and select whatever it is that you need to select. Let's say it's vandalism. You check that. You can talk about the location here, about where it happened. Say it happened in the classroom, and then we'd skip bus. Motivation isn't in, there's just a check mark. There's nothing you can really do. And then type in the comment box what happened, keeping that information to the point without your emotions or opinions, as parents and administrators and other teachers will be able to read this. So the student drew an inappropriate picture on their desk. Now, if you wanted to, you could take a picture of whatever happened or where it happened, and then you could attach that, or if they wrote something in a notebook, or if there's something that you need to attach to this, you can click the attach button, and then you're prompted to upload that like you would any file. If you don't, you'll continue on with the referral. You'll click parent notified if they have been notified. This isn't saying that you want them to be notified, but this is saying that you have contacted the parent. If you don't check that, then you haven't contacted the parent. And then you go to save. So you click save. This is where you get that prompt. So if I click the no button, this is going to get logged in their summary, and it's going to go to administrators. And that would be if you want the office to take action or need them to know about it, you would click no. If it's going to just go on the summary page, and this is something that's a classroom behavior, I'm going to give them a lunch detention for that, you can click yes, and then it will log that in to the student summary page. Now, if I go back into this, I can come down and click on the pencil, and then I can enter in other information about this. If something else happens, like student didn't show for lunch detention, assign second, and you can type in whatever you need to, assign second lunch detention, and then you can save that. And then again, it prompts every time you click save, keeping it in the classroom. If you went to the office, I'm going to keep this in the classroom still. If I want to go back and look at things, I can click on details, and then see these details for whatever that was, for things I entered or other teachers have entered. The one difference is if it's something that has gone to the office. So if it was an office referral, if the student has one, I can click on details, and then in the details, I can see at the bottom whatever administrator added actions to it. I can see what that action was. So in this one, I can see it was an out-of-school suspension, and then the administrator can add some comments about what or why that consequence was, or the action was added. So that's it. You can click on discipline, and you can look through any student that you have, any incident or referral that any other teacher has added. Don't be scared to get into this. You can, like I said, if you've added one, you can go back in and edit those changes. Just know, and I'll go back, I'll pull that PowerPoint back up, that if you click yes, it's going to stay as an incident in that summary list. The administrators do not get an email. If you click no, it's going to add the incident to that summary screen, and it's going to send administrators an email if you click no. All right. Hope this helps. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions.